Okay, so you just defeated the roving band of goblins, the ambush party, if you will. And
like that.
what? They were literally hiding in bushes, waiting to
but the
ambush
ambush
you.
party always means that there's more somewhere.
Because
Well,
something's
just
waiting.
the ones who do the
Ambushes
ambushing.
for us.
I have no problem telling you there are more goblins. So Sona just got a whole bunch of arrows pulled out of her shoulders and back. Cooper healed her. Spruce, what is it that you're doing? Because you're walking back to the cart. Or a cart. Whichever
the
cart.
cart ready to go.
Okay.
Trying to get the help the horses get out of the mud.
I'm assuming everyone's walking back to the cart at this point?
I am not.
Yeah, not me either. I'm gonna walk closer towards the bushes just in case, and it's just like a, double check. I'm gonna thunderclap the bushes.
Okay. The bushes blow back, and then they fall into place, but a few branches and loose leaves just fall down onto the road.
Okay.
I'm getting into the cart with Spruce and making sure the package is still there.
Okay. Yeah, the package is still there. There's like a couple little bugs crawling on it, but it's still there. Okay.
First thing, I want to get my stuff back because the goblin was looting me.
Right. Yeah. So he literally just cut your purse off of
I
your
want
side.
all that back.
Yeah, so you're gonna want to get that back. That was really the only thing he took. He just wanted your money.
Okay.
So
Secondly,
you got that back.
I want to see if there is anything worthwhile of this wagon.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. Or an investigation, whichever one you want.
Investigation. That's 25.
25. Good job. So
Kofi brought his loaded dice to
I rolled a 19.
Tell me about it. Loaded fucking dice. No, that's okay, because as you're examining this cart, there's nothing in particular that strikes you as valuable or worth keeping. But because you rolled so high, one of the things that you notice is that there are what you would guess to be like dry leaves, tea leaves in the bottom of the cart.
Yep, I like tea.
Yeah, there, and you remember that Artius told you that they were shipping tea north, and he didn't tell you like what kind of a horse was provided, but you do see like there are little things like he did say that he gave them the nicer cart. You can tell that this one was clearly like painted, and you actually see a small stamp on the side of the cart that has that Tree of Life symbol on it that you know is the logo for the Tea of Life shop, and it's worn now, and the wood is kind of busted around it, but you see that it's clearly there, like burned into the wood is the Tea of Life sign. So you think that this is the cart that Grundon and Sildar were shipping on.
All right. And I'm gonna like, as I'm doing this, I'm kind of like reaching in, trying to pick out those pieces of glass.
All right, roll a
And it
medicine
sucks.
check.
That's an 11.
Okay, yeah, you think you got most of the glass out
In one of them.
in one of them, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so you just have like pieces of black glass that, like pulling out your hands that have been dirtied with the blood of goblins and like investigating this cart. It's just like nasty and gross, but you're doing it anyway, so that's fine.
That's an infection.
And yeah, you're at this cart that you suspect belongs to Artius, or at the very least, either Grundon or Sildar.
Okay.
Did you find anything?
I thought you went back to the cart.
I assumed we were coming back towards you, dude. You're down you're down the road. We're bringing the cart towards you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're not behind us.
I believe this is the carts that Ardius told us about. and I will gesture to the symbol.
No. And you all see it, and it's very clearly like the tea shop logo. Even though it's busted, you're like, no, that's Tea of Life.
So, do we want to report? Do we want to report back to Artius, or do we want to try to find these guys? Because the goblins, if the bodies aren't here, the goblins took them.
Are you speaking as Reef or as Tom?
Well, not necessarily. If the cart was destroyed and their horse was killed, they may have still escaped and made their way to Fandolin.
It's probably a good guess.
You do remember that they were supposed to send a letter whenever they got to Leland. And they didn't, and that's why Artius assembled a group in the first place.
Isn't the roadhouse closer?
Yeah.
If this happened, wouldn't it be better to go to the roadhouse?
Yeah, but they weren't there, so Cooper will speak up. Sona, perhaps I've lost the voice. Crap. Just deep British. Sona, perhaps you should better use the stone that you were given to let Artius know what's going on before we head after the other goblin.
Hi, this is Sona. No.
Someone count for him, Jesus.
Hi,
Isn't sending?
Sona,
No, sending. I'm not
25
sending.
words.
25 words.
Yeah. Well, it's not a sending stone though. It's an echo stone. So all you have to do is speak into it.
Yeah, but the spell sending has a 25
Does
word
it
limit.
still?
Yeah, but this
function?
isn't the spell sending.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This
I
is
thought we
a
said it
different
was.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a sending stone, but it's not a sending stone.
Is this a homebrew bullshit item?
Whoa.
It
Whoa.
is what it is. Look,
Rude.
are you using the echo stone?
No,
I'm using the Echo Stone. Thank you very much. Yeah.
It's a
Call that.
joke from ages ago.
Ah, gotcha.
Remember Nick's book of homebrew bullshit?
I do not.
Okay, never mind then.
But I do attempt to contact Artius and inform him of everything that's transpired thus far.
Okay. You're pretty sure that your message goes through, but you don't get any kind of response.
Okay.
There's
Well-
no away message in D&D.
Scene.
Yeah. But you don't get any kind of response from the
Yeah.
other end.
So, if they're not at the roadhouse, if they haven't sent the letter,
Roadhouse.
I'd say the best chance is that they got taken. Which,
I think we
is
should
it our
head-
is it our responsibility to find them, or do we go back to Waterdeep?
He
I
is
think it's
paying
a-
you to find them.
He's
Yeah.
paying us to find.
Find the people. Okay.
He's
we
paying
gotta
you
find
to
them.
he's paying you to find them and bring them back alive.
Cooper's gonna walk towards the direction of the goblin that got shot
Mm-hmm.
and then fell in the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Is he dead or just like really wounded?
Oh no, they are all dead.
Oh damn.
Like one of them, the one that's lying in the middle of the have you ever seen someone who's either been close to lightning or been struck by lightning? It's like those fractal patterns are like across his skin.
Yeah.
So it's just like these burn char marks.
Oh, yeah.
The other one has like a char mark on the side and then, a sword sticking out of his back, which I
Oh,
assume
yeah.
Sona pulled out.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it out.
Yeah, so like all of these goblins are like dead. Like
Yeah.
Stabbed
point
and
of
charred.
survival.
All right, so
Yeah.
from the one that was shot in the swamp, I'm gonna like try to scout ahead a little bit, not like going further away from my team, but just kind of like scouting the horizon, seeing what I can see.
Okay, roll me either an investigation check, or if you would prefer, I'll take a nature check.
A nature or investigation. That's about the same.
You actually don't have either of those, so here's what I'm gonna say. Do me a nature perception. I'll let you do a perception.
Okay, I'll do perception then.
Okay.
Oh, 8.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to tell where they came from. The brush is really thick here. Like, you guessed that they came out of the mirror because that one took off running into the mirror, but beyond that, you don't really know.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to the group, making sure that I can still see the dead goblin as like a landmark for when I maybe go back. So I come back to the group. I couldn't see anything, it's too dark out there, but do we want to continue heading in the direction he was running?
I mean, I don't have a better idea unless one of you knows how to track them.
I mean...
I'm not great at survival.
Yeah, same.
What would be a good way to track goblins through swampland? I don't really know.
I'm not sure either, but think of it this way. The other goblin was scared, beyond all reason. He just started running in a direction and...
Oh no, I've already got that.
Oh, yeah.
But that's only part of the way. And we don't know how far in that direction we would need to go. We don't know if we'd have to turn at some point and go another direction. We don't know if he actually panicked and ran off in a random direction. There's a lot we don't know here.
Fair enough, but the only way to know for any certainty is to look.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Can you show me where the can you show me where that dead goblin was real quick?
Yeah, I'll walk over with Reef and show him where he is.
Okay, the dead goblin by the side of the road, or the one?
The one that
The
died
one
in
in
the
the
swamp.
mirror.
Okay, so you'll actually have to go like 20 feet off the road to get into it. So you
Yeah.
kind of start sloshing a little.
I imagine there are bugs flying around.
Oh,
So-
Yeah, they're like midges. Have you been up to Cleveland recently?
mhm.
It's
Recently,
midges
no.
Out there, they're everywhere. It's gross. It's like that.
It's gross.
I hate
Reef's just
Midge
smiling
flies
away.
everywhere.
He was gonna cover his face with towelies, but it's not worth it. He'll show me where it is, and I'm gonna investigate to see if I can pick up any sort of landmark, any sort of thing that might give us a better direction.
Yeah, you can roll me an investigation check or a perception check.
Go investigation. 17.
17. Okay. So the ground is mucky enough right now that it's clear to see that there's sort of a trail. There's like some broken branches. You actually see like the goblins weren't wearing a ton, but they were wearing kind of like a pillowcase basically with some like leather strapped over it as kind of protection.
Yeah.
And you can see like little bits of cloth here and there. Mostly, you can tell a general direction.
I'll
Yeah.
call back to the other two. Spruce, Sona.
Huh?
I think I've got a trail. If we can try to follow it. Bruce, make sure you grab the package off the cart. And keep it with your stuff. Don't want that stolen again. We got a job to do still.
But big question: what are we going to do about the horses? We can't bring them into the swamp.
Well, I'm okay with letting Snowdrop just run off somewhere, but I kind of care about Bluebell, so
Spruce, would you be able to talk to them and tell them to go back to the roadhouse?
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
I mean, I could, but there's no promise that'd be worthwhile. How do we know how long we'll be looking for these goblins?
We don't know. Well, we leave them here and risk them getting taken or killed.
Well, if we're going towards the goblin,
Spruce, you do remember that the hyperactive little child from the roadhouse said that there was like some grassland like meadows or something up on the hillsides? You
I
think
have
you
an
could
idea.
probably leave the horses there and they'd be fine with it.
I'll go back to the wagon then and going to take me 10 minutes.
All
I'm
right.
going to cast Speak with Animals as a ritual,
All right.
and I will talk to the horses. I'll say, hey, so we're going to be checking out the swamp back there for a bit. I'm not sure how long. If you two could help me move this wagon up off the path a little bit, and then you can go enjoy some grass somewhere in the area. Stay kind of close. It'd be nice, but you can go have some time to just relax and enjoy yourselves in the meantime.
Bluebell, ever helpful. It's just like, of course, dear. If that's what you need, then we'll accomplish it. No problem. It'll just take a little bit of trudging, but we'll get there. We'll just have to eat our way through the brush, won't we, Snowbell? And Snowbell's just like, there are briars and thorns and all sorts of things in that brush. Ugh. Why? Why did you bring us here when you knew you might have to path?
I'll get you a whole bunch of carrots when we get back.
All right, that's acceptable. And then you just kind of like turn like what exactly are you doing?
We're just gonna move the cart like just off the road up toward the foothills, preferably like just out of sight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna secure the cart to like a tree or something, so hopefully it doesn't just roll away.
Just for the fun of it, roll me like a nature check or a stealth check.
Stealth is better.
All right, that's
somehow. I'm not very smart. That's an 11.
Would I be able to assist him?
Yeah, the cart's hidden enough. It'll be fine.
I mean, if anything, I'm just assuming it's gonna be empty. There's nothing in it.
Yeah,
that's
not
true.
To mention that there are other like pieces of crap sitting around. And also, you remember that they said that they were going to start. So there'll be people up through here. Security just arrived, so there'll be people patrolling the road.
So
soon.
Then I'll just unhitch the horses so they can go wander off, and I'll be like, try not to go too far, but try to stay around the car. But you're free to wander.
All right. Bluebell goes. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll wait till you get back.
Bluebell goes majestically trotting up the hill, and Snowdrop's just trudging behind her. Resignedly trudging behind her.
Back to the rest of the party.
All right, Tom. What's up?
How long did that take?
Not very long. It was probably like half an hour to an hour.
So short rest length.
You're so funny. No.
Worth a shot. I had spell slots to recover. I was
Good
trying
try.
to use Arcane Recovery to get my spell slots back.
Good try. But
I only need a short rest. How long is a short rest?
About an hour.
A nap.
An hour of not working.
It has technically been an hour by what you just said.
By
Said
not
half hour,
working.
too.
He said half hour.
I mean, we could
said
take
half hour
a short
for now.
rest. If we want to take a short rest, we can.
Okay, Cooper, why are you trying to take this from me? I mean,
if y'all want to take a short rest, that's fine. You just know that things change in the mirror.
no,
the trail
we
might be
can't.
harder to follow if
we
you take a
can't
short
rest.
rest.
We got a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
Get it?
All right.
I am out of spell slots.
You got cantrips.
Yeah. So once Bruce gets back, how dark is the mirror?
It's dim light, so it's not like you need dark vision to see there. It's just dim.
Okay, so not I don't need to cast light to.
You can, but it's bright enough to see, and casting a spell like light would definitely attract attention in the mirror.
Fair enough. So, to the best of my abilities, I will try to lead the party to tracks.
Okay.
With
I'll
tracks.
help. I'll help however I can.
Thank you,
Okay.
Spruce.
Sona, do me a favor. Give me odds or evens.
Even.
Okay. All right. So as you're making your way through, the water level is pretty low. You think that the tide might be out, So that's good because that makes it a little easier to track the goblin's path through the mirror. Still, it's probably better to spread out a little, just because once you get under the cover of trees, there's no necessarily clear path forward. So the trees are all kind of winding and twisting, and there's like clumps of moss and ground that kind of stick up out of the water, and then there are some places that are sort of deep. So to really find the trail, you kind of got to doing a wide sweep to find it. But you're managing it. I want everyone to roll me a. I'll let you guys choose. Roll me a perception check or a survival check.
I'll go perception on mine.
All right.
10.
All right.
Gotta stop using this die. 15.
14.
21.
21. Okay. So more than half of you passed the check. So it's hard, but you can proceed into the mirror. On what you're pretty sure is the correct path. As you go deeper, it's mostly just more of the same. It's almost like, have you ever been has anyone ever been to either like the Everglades, or have you ever been to a swamp or a bog, or like the Cuyahoga National Park, like anything like that, where you're kind of going through the trees?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of like so if you've ever been to a park, and of course there's the walking path, and then there's that path that people have clearly walked on but is not a correct path, and you kind of go through it, and sometimes you lose your way, and sometimes you like find where people walked again. That's kind of like how you're proceeding through the mirror, is like sometimes you're losing track of where you are, and then sometimes you're finding it again. But mostly you think that you're able to proceed. The next thing that I need from you all, you've been traveling for, let's say, about 2 or 3 hours. So the light is starting to dwindle on you. I need from you guys investigation checks and survival checks. Now, just to be clear, yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead with what you're gonna say.
When it gets dim,
Yeah.
Reef is gonna take out. Hold on. I need to check one thing. Sorry.
Okay.
That's why you go ahead. I gotta check a thing because I'm gonna do something as it gets dark enough that I can't see. Just gotta
I'm
make sure.
just gonna light a torch.
I don't have any.
Same.
I have
But
10.
I have something that might
I'm
be
good.
a bit
My
easier
starting
to.
equipment.
It might be a bit easier to use because of what I could do with it, since it wouldn't burn through.
Okay.
Torch
Darkness.
lasts an hour.
Okay, no, that's what I thought it was. I'm going to take the belaying pin that I have because I still have it.
Okay.
I'm going to infuse light on it, and then take the towel off my neck and throw it over it to try to keep the light dim enough that I can still see, but doesn't cast too bright
Okay.
light.
It's not quite dim enough for that yet. It's still
Okay.
like twilight, so you can still see. Y'all can hold off on your attention tracking sources of light. But here's how this next check is going to work. So, I need some of you to roll investigation checks, and I need some of you to roll survival checks. And at least one person has to roll the survival check, and one person has to roll the investigation check, but it can be any combination.
I'll take investigation.
Sona and Reef investigate. Bruce and Cooper will
Survive.
Survive.
Go ahead and roll for me.
20. Not natural.
15.
14. Okay.
15 for Noah.
15 for Noah.
Or Cooper.
13. 13 for Spruce.
13 for Spruce.
22.
22. Okay.
20, not natural.
All right. So, good news, bad news. Good news. As you're doing this wide sweep, Sona and Reef, you notice something on the ground, and it looks like it's like someone tried to cover it with foliage, just like some like dead, rotting leaves and stuff. But it's very clearly a net trap. So if you step on it, you definitely think that it will trigger. But luckily, you both spotted it, and so you can very easily avoid it because it's very clearly like you can out around the problem. Now, of course, whenever you discovered this, you had to notify everyone, so you shouted and you let everyone know, which means that Cooper and Spruce did not notice the sunken ground in front of them, unfortunately, which means that while they were paying attention to what you were telling them, they stepped on dangerous ground, which means that they will both have to make dexterity checks.
Checks or saving throws?
It's a saving throw.
Okay.
Ten.
10, okay.
7.
7, okay.
Why
So
are you so happy about it?
Sona,
New
Sona,
character.
you and Reef watch as your two companions step onto a sinkhole and fall out of your sight. It looks like they it looks like they tried to grab onto an edge and then they just fell. And you see like the nasty, murky, rot water is starting to like pour into the hole, and you see like the mud is starting to like congeal into
As soon
it.
as I see that shape water, stop the water from moving, which I can do.
You can do 5. You can do 5 cubic feet of water.
I mean, I'm stopping as much of it as I can.
Okay, so one side does not have water pouring into it. It's a 4-foot diameter hole, so one side still has water pouring into it. So you're saving half of it. Actually, a quarter. But you're doing your best.
That's all I can do.
So you two take a certain amount of damage from your fall. You take 4 points apiece from your fall, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not pleasant. And what is it that you want to do here? I need to know what you would like
Are we
to do.
now like
So-
in a cave?
Yes, you are down underneath. You see that there is just like debris that's starting to fill the whole of you.
Well, now, wait, can I still see? Are we getting light from above or no?
You are still getting light from above right now, but it's like it's already dim light above, so it's like almost darkness where you are
I'll
now.
pull out a torch and druidcraft to light it.
Nice. Okay, so you now have 20 feet of bright light and 20 feet of dim light beyond that. So you can see fine. You see that you are actually in a tunnel that runs underneath this whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Can I prestidigitate a ball of light in my hand?
That's not
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, he could.
you can get a temporary light. You can get a spark.
Instantaneous, harmless sensory effect. So, yeah, actually, he could.
He sparks a ball of light, but it doesn't stay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
It lasts for like 6 seconds.
But also
Because there's a cantrip, light.
Yeah.
but
And
also,
And
but
dancing.
also with the torch you can see.
Okay.
Like light is not a problem for you because Bruce lit a torch.
I'll pull another one out. You want one?
Thanks. And I'll light mine off of his.
You can also
Okay.
light it with prestidigitation.
Well, I imagine that I prestidigitated it, did the thing, and I'm just like, whoosh.
All right.
Druidcraft.
So you guys upstairs, this hole has kind of collapsed in on itself now.
Oh no.
Oh,
And
God.
so,
There's a cave down here.
you know what? Roll me a performance check.
Performance?
I will assist him.
Yeah.
That's natural 20.
Natural
Hey!
20?
So that's a total of 19.
All right. So you guys hear Spruce shout up from below. You hear him say that there's a cave down there. He sounds hurt but okay.
Okay.
But there's no easy way to get to them now without trying to like dig through the muck, and you don't know if that's going to collapse whatever is going on down below.
Even with the bit of it that I stopped, that part even filled too?
Yeah, well, because you just stopped the water. It didn't stop like the mud or rock from like collapsing in.
Fair enough.
And in fact, for you guys down below, Spruce and Cooper, like a portion of the wall has now caved in, like around where the hole is. So like there's a tunnel, and you see that it goes two ways very clearly. One way, well, here, do me a nature or survival check. I'll let you pick.
So I'll do nature.
So we've split the party.
You know what? I'm using my inspiration.
18.
18.
12.
12. Okay. So what you both what you both know is that one direction clearly goes deeper into the mirror, and one mirror. Just from a basic sense of direction, that's what you get.
So one's more or less the direction we were going, and the other one is kind of back where we came from?
Yes, more or less. Cooper,
Yeah.
with an 18, what you realize is that this tunnel kind of looks like it was definitely dug out, like it's not natural.
Yeah.
And you think that the tunnel leads back to the high road. You're not sure where it would come out on the high road, but it leads somewhere back that way. And then this other direction goes deeper into the mirror.
Okay. Can
Your
I...
voice carries a little better.
Do I
I've
have
got
a...
a hunch that this is going in the direction we're going anyway.
Do I have, like, a sense of direction? Like, can I tell that the tunnel's going north or south or east or west?
Which kind of check did you roll, survival or nature?
Nature.
No.
Okay, could I make a survival check to determine my direction?
Which one did you roll, Joe?
I rolled survival,
Survival?
and I got a 12.
You have a basic sense. Joe has a basic sense of direction. Spruce has a basic sense of north, south, east, west.
Okay, then I'll just be like, okay, so that probably leads back to the high road. That's going deeper. Any idea what direction we're headed? If we go back to the high road?
What direction are we headed?
So you would be headed east.
The high road's east of us, and
Yeah.
deeper is west.
Yes.
All right.
West out toward the Sea of Swords.
I'm gonna shout up and say,
I'll share that. Minute.
Go back east towards the high road. There should be a
let's
tunnel entrance.
We'll just keep going. We're already this far. We might as well see where it leads out.
yeah, but I wanted to let the others know, just in
Well,
case.
no, tell them to keep going.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. Keep going.
Do we have to roll to see if we hear it?
Yeah, roll me a performance check to see if they understand what you...
That's why I asked him to do it.
That is a
18, sorry. Math. Not my
Okay.
strong suit.
You guys hear him. You hear the words tunnel, high road, and east. And that's the only words that you can make out.
I thought he was telling us to go west. Keep going.
Well, first
Oh,
he said
was
go
telling
east.
you that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But it's a 20 to shout up through like a thick layer of mud and muck and dirt,
Yeah.
and he only rolled an 18. So you got about half of what he said. So you heard tunnel, high road, east.
Yeah.
Do I have a sense of how many seas thick this ground would be?
How many seas thick?
What's a C? What measurement are you using?
It was a joke.
Thick with
Okay.
2 C's. Give me... Sorry.
Oh, I see.
I hate to be this way, but I just need 1 second. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Now we're back in.
Okay. So with Druidcraft, I can make a flower blossom. Is it possible that I could make flowers blossom in a pattern that is an arrow pointing the way down the tunnel we can go above me so they can see?
That
That's actually
is
kind of
clever.
That's really cool, actually.
I do really like that. I'll tell you what. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Can I assist? Since
If he's
I
a
also
druid-
have Druidcraft.
You
Can
can't
it be a
assist
nature
it.
check
I was
instead?
gonna say, if he's a druid, wouldn't this be nature because it's a naturey thing?
He is trying to use magic to grow.
Nature magic.
That's fair.
That he can't see, though.
I'll accept Arcana. I just
Yeah.
have a slightly better nature.
You do, but roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. I really should have saved that inspiration. Oh, that did not even, like, hit my... It, like, bounced off the side of my dice tray. That's gonna be a total of 10.
10? Okay. Yeah, so here's what you think. You think that if you touch the ceiling, you can just kind of cast Druidcraft as you walk, and whatever plants already exist in the ground, you can make them sprout. So basically it's like, it's not going to be a continuous trail, but whatever plants are already in the ground, you can make them grow upward as you walk. So it might make a trail as long as they're in, but you have no idea how many plants are in
It's
the
true. Yeah, I don't know what the plant situation's up above. But,
Yeah. But you could try it.
Cooper, I need you to yell up to him again. I'm going to
Okay.
follow the flowers, or the plants. Just follow the foliage. Tell him
Okay.
that.
Follow the foliage!
Nat 20.
All right. You clearly hear Cooper say, "Follow the foliage."
And then I'll start Druidcraft and walking down the tunnel.
All right.
Sona, do you think that would be better or worse than me firebolting this entrance up back open?
Yeah,
I just
don't
realized something.
I don't think we should collapse the tunnel on them, or even risk it.
I could dig.
Oh.
Fair.
I could dig the tunnel back out because I'm a rabbit and I have burrow.
But that also risks collapsing the whole tunnel.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
And it's all
Good.
gross and muddy.
That's something we
Well-
actually talked about in that cut.
Oh,
Here's the good thing for you is that the ground is saturated with plant life. Apparently, the fertile mud soil is good for swamp plants. So you just see like a line of cattails and like fern. I mean, none of them are pretty plants, but you just see like a line of plants grow in a direction.
All
I
right.
rolled 100 on the percentile dice, so good for you.
Nice. All right, Sona, keep an eye out. You'll probably notice and hit whatever comes at us sooner than I will.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
So you guys follow a very clear trail of plants deeper into the mirror. So as you continue walking,
Not gonna lie,
following
I thought he was gonna end it there.
and that's it. No, there's more.
Credits.
That was the whole campaign. You guys figured out my master plan.
Did it! We stopped Tiamat.
Yay! All you had to do was grow a swamp. All right.
I'm allergic.
I'm allergic to cattail.
So it's very easy now to make your way through the trail of plants that is very magically and obviously growing in front of you. So you just follow this deeper into the mirror, and eventually the plants sort of they come to a stream, and down below, what you guys see is there's like water dripping down through, like it's very wet right here. And there's like mushrooms growing kind of in a ring around the tunnel. And what you guys see up top is that there is I hesitate to call it a stream, but there's like a rush of water. And there is kind of like an area of high ground that kind of forms the stream, and then it just kind of washes out into the rest of the nasty, mucky water. But this water is clearly like fresh. Like there's a spring somewhere that is feeding this water.
Can I? Go ahead,
Yes.
Spruce.
Thoughts? Anyone?
Unrelated.
Yes.
I just wanted to say, if either Noah or Tom were wearing a white shirt, we would represent the 5 heads of Tiamat right now.
I am wearing a white shirt.
No, you're not.
I'm wearing a black shirt.
Oh, I thought you
As
meant
well
my
as Tom.
character. Okay.
No, I mean you two, Noah and Tom. if either of you were wearing a white shirt instead of a black shirt, we would be the 5 heads of Tiamat.
It's true. Blue, green, red.
Real quick.
Anyway, continue.
Real quick, did you say this stream, like, there's a stream above and underground through the cave?
Well, no, the stream is above, but clearly some of the water is, like,
Dripping.
leaking down into this tunnel.
And their cave is still just the straight cave. There's no, like, deviation at this point.
Yeah, it looks like... So what you guys are seeing down the cave is it's like the tunnel keeps going for maybe, like, 10 more feet, and then it looks like there's kind of a curve, and it gives you the impression of being like an upward curve. Like, you think that this tunnel is leading somewhere
He
here.
did it for the bit.
5 heads of Tiamat.
I appreciate you, Noah. I really do.
So you guys think that you're coming to the end of the tunnel. And then up above, what you guys are seeing is this stream, and it's coming out of, like, this cave mouth. Like, the spring is somewhere in the cave, and the water's washing out. And then there's this, like, there's this kind of, like, dry island, and then it's, like, on the side of this freshwater stream, there's a lot of plant life growing. So this isn't just, like, scrubby cattails and, like, swamp grass and all that stuff. These are, like, actual, like, bushes. There's not just mangrove trees, but, like, almost just, like, regular trees. Like, short and kind of malnourished, but actually trees there. And they kind of cover the whole bank of this river.
Sona. I'll turn to Sona. Do you
Yes.
want to keep following this trail, or do you want to head up to the mouth of that cave and see if it leads down to...
Well, I have a quick question. You said it's fresh water?
Yeah, it's fresh water coming out of the cave.
Cool. I want to attempt to, like, scoop some of it and clean my wounds and clean my hands.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You'll want to go up onto, like, the raised bit of land.
Yeah.
And once you're standing on it, you see that it's almost like mossy rock, basically. Like, because that's the only kind of dry land you can really have here.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you just kind of see that this stream is sort of eroded a channel out, and you can very easily pick up some fresh water and just, like, clean the wounds.
Cool.
Um,
And then,
as she's cleaning it, Reef will take the towel off from around his neck and toss it to her. So she
Okay.
can also dry herself off with.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna want that back.
What else would you like to do? So to get back to the people down in the cave, like
Yeah.
I said, so it's about 10 feet straight in front of you, and then it looks like an upward curve
Yeah.
in this tunnel.
While,
I just keep on keeping on.
same.
Okay.
But while we're keeping on, I'm just kind of gonna be like, like looking around, surveying the cave, with the torch in hand, then just kind of be like starting some small talk, being like, so, how did you find yourself in Waterdeep?
I've been there all my life.
What a great time to have a heart-to-heart.
I mean, what
I
else
wanna
are we
follow
gonna
the
do?
No,
trail.
go on. I love this. This is great.
Yeah. So,
Hey, what are you doing in this tunnel underground?
yeah.
So,
Tunnel.
come here often?
secret tunnel!
Secret tunnel through the mountain. No. So you lived there all your life.
Mm-hmm. Yep, never left until... when did we leave?
A few
been
days
like
ago.
Days ago? A week ago?
Yeah, for you guys, it's been like maybe 2 weeks.
Okay.
Weeks. So weeks in the Forgotten Realms are 10 days. So you've been gone for
Right.
about a month almost.
Okay.
You're traveling by foot and cart in
Fair
a
enough.
medieval world. Over
Okay,
long
I'm sorry.
distances.
Wow,
Like,
I'm just a little
I can't-
shocked.
Yeah. So
It
we've-
takes you a while to get places.
Yeah.
Until we left, I'd never even been out of Waterdeep before.
Interesting. So this is your very first time away from home.
Oh. I guess.
Hmm.
Kinda. I don't know. Don't know if I'd...
All right. Well, this amazing conversation is going on. Upstairs, it is starting to actually get dark now. you've been traveling for long enough at this point that like the sun has set or is about to, and the canopy is darkened a lot. It's very difficult to see.
Cat eyes activate.
I'll take my towel back from Sona and prestidigitation it clean.
Okay.
And I'll just ask her, it's like, do you want to go for the cave or keep following the trail? Because we could do either.
We should keep
So-
following the trail,
The cave
So-
might take us down to them.
but the trail is where they're at.
Okay, so just so you guys know, they've passed through. There is no other side.
Oh, so we have to go into the cave.
It is ended at the stream, and you could try to keep following it in a straight line, but like nothing is growing on the other side because the other
lily
side
pads
is this
popping
thick
up in
foliage.
the stream.
No, well, no, because the other side of the stream is covered with this thick foliage already. Nothing is growing because you can't see what's like. There's already plant life there. You can't distinguish new plant life from the old plant life.
Let's head up to the cave.
All right.
I'll lead the way, and when we get into the cave, then I'll cast light.
So what brought you to Waterdeep?
Okay.
No, we're not there yet, son.
Oh, I know we're not.
Okay. So just to be clear, where is everyone right?
Sona and Reef are going to the cave the water's pouring out of.
Okay. Are you standing in the entrance, or are you still on the stone? So you'll have to basically ford the stream to get into the cave. So are you still standing on the dry stone, or like you standing in the river having the conversation?
I mean, I can stand in the stream and walk up to the thing, and when we get to the mouth of the cave, I'll light up something around the mouth of the cave.
Okay, so you guys are making your way. You're getting into the river stream. Y'all underground. So you've made it the 10 feet by this point, no problem. You get to this part that kind of turns up, and you see that there are like rough-hewn stairs, and they're like kind of like wood covered in mud, and like there's some stone involved. It's all very poorly put together.
Yeah.
And I assume that you follow them up.
Yeah,
Your turn.
Sure.
So you follow them up and around, and you get to the top, and you see that in front of you is kind of like a thick wall of foliage. Like this is meant to be hidden. Like this arch is meant to be hidden. What would you like to do?
I'll draw my sword, give it a little flourish, and just hack the foliage.
All right.
So I was just gonna walk past the foliage.
Okay.
It's more for our friends to know that we went that way.
Okay. So you hack the foliage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Actually, yes. Roll initiative for me, please.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I was kidding, but hey,
All of us? or
I'm
just
being
us two?
serious. Just these two for right now because you didn't light anything up yet.
11.
15.
Yeah, he was about to.
I was about to, but we hadn't yet.
You hadn't yet. You hadn't said that you actually lighted it. If you had, that would be a whole different problem.
I did, though. Actually, to be fair, I said when I got to the mouth of the cave, I
You
would light
did.
something up to look around the mouth of the cave.
Mm-hmm.
I did say that.
All right, you want to go for this then?
I might as well. Fuck it.
Okay, roll initiative.
Ride or die. Let's go.
Okay.
Die. Probably die.
Probably die.
Probably die.
So if we die at this point, do we just reboot the series with new characters, or
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just
we're
scrub
gonna
the
go
old
with the whole
footage.
idea we had before: new series, new campaign, new DM,
we just
players.
skip Lost Mine of Phandelver altogether? Rise of
Yeah.
Tiamat never happened.
Tiamat comes in, burns Faerun into the ground.
All right, we're just gonna go as deep as we can.
Yep.
We died to a goblin cave.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys ready for Storm King's Thunder?
No, let's do Curse of Strahd next.
If we do Curse of Strahd, I want to run it.
If we do Curse of Strahd, you will absolutely run it.
Okay,
I wanna run that
guys,
shit.
roll initiative for this thing before you kick me out of the DM chair, all right?
All right. I had a
Already
15.
All right.
Noah,
11.
Cooper, 15.
Spruce is 11.
All right. What did Sona get?
21.
21. What's
Damn
your
it,
dexterity?
My dexterity is a 5.
Oh, 5. Okay, yeah.
So we know what the foliage got.
All right. That's a 15. And Reef, what did you get?
Reef got a 17
Okay. 17.
and has no spells left.
So it's Sona,
Great.
foliage.
Yeah,
Reef.
cantrip.
Yeah, cantrips aren't as good as having shield.
Well, that's very fair.
And Cooper got 14, yeah?
15.
15. What's your dexterity?
My dex is 3.
Okay.
So there's 2 entities over here.
And what did you get, Spruce?
11.
11. Okay. Good job, everyone. Okay. So you yeah, how that works.
Yep.
So you hack through this foliage, Cooper,
Mhm.
and that immediately alerts the goblins who are hiding in the thicket on the other side. So the first goblin will attack you.
Okay.
Okay.
And it already has its
Oh
bow
no!
out.
Both healers are gone! Both healers are together.
So it is going to... Oh, this might be okay for you, though. It's going to go for a 10 to hit.
Yeah, no, it misses.
All right, cool. So they were being lazy. They weren't actually paying attention, or else they would have attacked Reef and Sona whenever they first showed up. So you surprised them by hacking out of their secret passage behind them. And so this one just like shoots an arrow and it just sails past you into the passage and you hear it clattering down behind you.
Mhm.
Sona, you hear this shout of alarm from the goblins. What would you like to do?
Do I see them?
You do not, but you know that the sound that you're hearing is coming from behind the thick foliage on the other side of the stream.
Okay, I'm going to approach stealthily.
Wait, inside the cave?
No, not inside the cave. So the other side of the stream that was covered in like the bushes and the foliage, that's where you heard this scream come from. Is like through the foliage.
But yeah, I want to approach stealthily to see if I can get the drop on them.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
Oh, that's actually not good. It's a 14.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Goblins don't have great passive perception, so you're doing fine.
Great!
Yeah. So how are you doing this exactly? Are you going through the foliage then?
If I can? Like, so I'm
Yeah,
imagining
it's
you got the
difficult
cave
terrain.
foliage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like half speed.
Yes, basically. But it's only like 5 feet thick. You can
Okay.
move into the foliage. And whenever you look out the other side, you can see that there's 2 goblins. One is now on his feet with a bow. It looks like he just shot an arrow. And you see Cooper standing there looking gallant with a rapier like thrown up to one side.
Longsword.
A longsword thrown up to one side. And Spruce just like standing there nonplussed by everything that's happening.
Dude, you killed the plants.
I do a quick sigh, and I shoot at the goblin.
Okay, roll the hit.
That's... Need to go to my attacks. 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That is 11 points of damage plus...
Okay, well, the goblin is dead. Not to steal your thunder, but tell me how you want to kill this goblin.
I'm just gonna shoot it in the back of its head. Just kind of like take aim, kind of adjust a little bit, taking my time. And...
So, Cooper, what you and Spruce see is this goblin who just shot an arrow at you. An arrow just comes like flying out of the bushes and thunks him in the back of the head, and just the force of it just sends him forward, and now he's just laying flat on the ground. It's like that. He's like that scene in Indiana Jones, the dude full of like darts who just gets like pushed forward. It's just that, but one arrow into the back of the head. There's still a goblin on the field though.
Oh wow!
I don't have bonus action hide yet.
That's fine. Next.
Wait! I do have a question.
Yes.
Does the other goblin have a bow, or do they have?
He has a bow and he has a scimitar.
What does he have drawn? If he has anything drawn.
He doesn't have anything drawn yet, but he did notice you shoot from the bushes.
Okay, I'm just going. That's it.
Okay. Cool. So next up will be Reef. What would you like to do?
What do I see in the cave with my light?
So, how far does a light spell go?
Like a torch.
Yeah, like a torch. Oh, actually, no. 20-foot radius.
That's a torch.
Okay, yeah, that's a torch.
I thought torch was 30.
No, it's 20 of bright, 20 of dim.
Okay, yeah, it's just a torch.
Okay. Yeah, lantern is 30. So you're looking into this cave, and I need to find where the map of the inside of this cave is, because I've somehow lost it while sifting this thing. Okay. So you can look 20 feet in. So what you see inside the cave is the stream goes back further into the cave, and there looks to be some kind of stairs off to the right side of the. So it's almost like it looks like there's a walkway that goes along the right side of the stream. On the left side, it goes like right up to the cave wall, and it looks like there's a set of stairs not too far in that leads up into some other part of the cave.
But there's nothing in there yet, right now.
No, there's nothing in there. Maybe about 10 feet in, or 10, 15 feet in, or this set flight of stairs that goes up.
All right, then I'll use my movement to go towards where I saw the direction Sona took off in.
Okay.
I imagine I saw her leave before she stealthed.
Yeah, you probably did.
So I'll walk over to that area, and do I see those three and the other goblin?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'm going to use my action to firebolt it.
Okay. That's a you roll to hit, yeah?
Yes, and I rolled a 19.
Okay, that hits it. How much damage?
That is D10, 1d10 fire damage. Do I add anything to that?
Nope.
No.
Well, that's a shame, because that's a 2.
Okay. So that goblin takes 2 damage. Yeah, it is very, very unhappy right now. Its friend just got shot. It just got set on fire. Some assholes just came out of its secret passage. Like, it's having a bad day. It was just supposed to watch guard, and no one comes into the Mirror of Dead Men. It's very unfortunate for you. Cooper, what would you like to do?
Cooper is going to cast Charm Person
Okay.
on the goblin. So he needs to do...
Are you using your loot, like, to play? Because doesn't that pick help with your magic?
I think it just acts as his...
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Unless Travis doesn't do anything. Does the pick do anything else or not? It
No. Right now, it's your magic focus. It's your bardic.
Okay.
When you play with it, it weaves your magic.
Yeah. So what I do is I just kind of like sheath my sword, pull out my lute, and just start playing like a gentle, calming melody to charm the goblin. And what is my...
So let's see.
So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Alright. Wisdom save. That is a 16.
It passes. Damn.
All right. Yeah, so this goblin who just watched his friend die, got burnt, and now it's just like, get out of my head! What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. And
Is he common?
yeah, because he can.
Very learned goblin.
And he is going to attack. He's going to attack Sona because she's a danger. And that is a 22 to hit.
And
Yeah.
Sona drops unconscious for the third time tonight.
Do it. Do it.
He does 5 points of slashing damage to you as he turns around and flashes across the bushes and clips you.
Okay.
You're down to 4.
3.
3? Never mind.
And that's his turn. So next up is Spruce. Spruce! Pandemonium. Cooper just like cut down some ivy and then alerted some goblin guards. They tried to shoot you, missed. Sona came out of nowhere. You assume it was Sona. Nailed him in the back of the head. Then Reef did God knows what, and then Cooper like pulled out the loot, and this goblin like slashed the bushes, and it's crazy. What are you doing?
All right, I'm gonna drop my torch, pull out my scimitar, and attack the goblin.
All right, roll to hit.
10.
That misses.
10.
Yeah. So you swipe at this goblin.
Wait a minute. No. 12.
Still a miss.
Okay.
So you swipe at this goblin, and it just arcs underneath of you. Sona, it is now your turn again. You just got hit by this goblin.
Cool, but it's right in front of me.
I also want to say, with like my bonus action, or I want to be like, we don't want to fight you. We just want to ask some questions.
Good.
That's all.
He curses at you in goblin.
That's fine.
Sona, what you doing?
Well, apparently my team wants to ask questions, so I'm going to pull out a
We
dagger.
didn't say that. Only Spruce does.
I said that.
Yeah, but someone said earlier, like, I think it was Cooper.
It was
Did you
Reef.
kill them all?
Yeah,
No, it was Reef.
It
It was
me.
Reef?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I remember these things. You guys are so adamant against.
It was
Do you
the
even
same
know how to
person.
speak Goblin?
This one speaks common, though.
Okay. I'm going to take out my dagger, and I'm going to attempt to knock it out with the back end of it.
Okay, roll to hit. Mm-mm.
That's 25 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, you hit
This
it.
is so unfair to everybody else.
Roll your damage.
You also get sneak attack
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah, because it's a.
because
well,
I'm also engaged in melee with it.
Do I have that at first level?
Yeah.
Good question.
Man, I hope if you don't, what do you get at first level?
I get sneak attack, but not like.
Expertise.
I'm pretty sure he has sneak attack.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
that's part of sneak attack.
You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet. Okay.
Which they most definitely are, since they're making
Ah.
melee attacks against them.
I'm Spruce.
So
Yeah, you get 1d6 of sneak attack.
yeah, so that's 5, 6, 7 points right off the bat.
Okay.
An additional 4 sneak attack. So that's
And
total of
addition, wait,
11
hold on. How'd you get set? Oh, right, because you have. Whatever.
plus
Okay.
5.
How quickly we forget these things, Jim.
All right. You knocked out the goblin. And
Dunk. No.
that goblin will be out for a while.
I'm
Pull
gonna.
out-
Well,
pull
actually,
out
you
my
know what?
rope.
Roll me a medicine check, someone, if you like, if you're curious.
I will. 18.
18. Okay, you think that this goblin's pretty knocked out. You think he's not going to wake up for like 3 or 4 hours.
All
Oh,
right.
not worth
So-
it. Not,
sorry.
I'll take its equipment off and then I'll tie it up with my I have 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
As
Are you gonna cut part of the rope off, or are you just gonna use all 50?
I'm gonna come over to Spruce and just be like, save your rope, and I'll just druidcraft some vines around him.
Well, you can't really move him like that. So I'm gonna tie my rope.
Undruid craft.
All right. So you tie him up.
Wait, we're taking him with us?
I mean, are we exploring a cave, or are we hanging out for a minute?
I thought we were gonna continue exploring.
We're gonna go in the cave, see if we can find the guys we're looking for. If we take him with us, that's gonna make a problem.
How so?
If he wakes up, he's gonna call out for help,
He will.
and then we have even more goblins to deal with.
It's almost better to kill him, actually.
Then
So
we'll
we
gag
either
him
kill
too.
him or tie him up.
He's
and
tied
leave him.
up. He's tied up. We can gag him, then he can't yell out.
What do we have to gag him with?
Man, it's almost like I have 50 feet of rope.
Gag him with rope.
I just tie the rope up more
Good.
around his mouth.
Or we could just
Alright.
chuck him down the river.
Why is everyone so gung-ho about murdering people, especially when we're intruding on their territory?
I didn't say murder, I just said chuck him in the river.
So he drowns and dies.
I mean, he might not drown.
That's murder.
That is murder.
He might not drown.
Yeah, he's got a point.
There's a possibility he might not drown. I'm just saying.
Go on. Continue your campaign of being terrible people.
Can I salvage one of my arrows?
Yes.
No, Spruce is right.
You can pull the one out of the back of his skull.
I'd rather get what we came here for.
kill
Leave. These
kill in
goblins-
defense if you kill in defense if you have to. But if we don't have to kill him, we don't have.
Yeah,
I didn't say
defense.
kill him, I just said chuck him in the river.
You can't talk.
Cooper, if we chuck him in the river, he will die. He can't swim tied up, and he will sink to the bottom and drown.
And I'll lose my rope.
And he'll lose his rope.
I tried druid crafting a rope.
It's not how that spell works.
Sona, whenever you're pulling your arrow, goblin, you notice that his arrows are very similar to the ones that you saw before. Black feathered with black glass on the end of them.
Can I salvage those?
Take his arrows.
Ooh, wouldn't you love to take those arrows?
I would.
Yeah. Here's the thing. He
Are they
kind of
goblin sized?
he kind of rolled whenever he fell. It crushed a lot of the glass on the arrow.
Okay. Hey,
So
I'm
these
level
are
1.
important.
I gotta take as much as I can. I
You
can't
already
afford
have
to
a
buy
plus
things.
7 to hit. I'm not giving you like, barbed arrows.
Oh no, I was just gonna count it as arrow.
Oh, okay. But no, they're crushed.
Who's the strongest?
I have
Not
0.
me.
Not me.
I can try.
Someone
Wait.
here has to be the strongest.
I will try.
Out of character, what is everyone's strength score real fast?
0.
0.
No, the actual thing. Like
10.
The score.
10.
8.
5.
All right,
I'm
I will.
stronger.
I will try to carry this.
It's a goblin. They're not that big.
Make
I have-
Cooper,
I also
Party of
have-
noodle arms.
let Cooper carry him because he wants to kill him so bad. Make him carry him.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
and I've
afraid
been
you'll kill
wounded
him.
multiple times.
I'm not going to kill him.
All right, Cooper, you get to carry him.
I don't want to carry him either.
I'm gonna pick the goblin up, and I rolled a 19.
I'm not gonna lie here, and I don't,
Okay.
and I don't mean this in a terrible way. This is in character. I think it would be better if Cooper carried him, because if more of these showed up, Sona, you're more useful if they try to kill us.
I'm also nearly dead.
True, but we could
I
take
have
care
a
of that.
giant
I
slash
will-
in my chest.
I
Don't look.
I will prestidigitate a large middle finger at Reef.
Yeah, he actually could do that, and it wouldn't
To
be
be
large.
fair-
It wouldn't be large though. It would be
Be like
hand
normal
sized.
sized.
It would be hand sized.
Yeah.
There is one thing I want to do though. I would like to reconfigure the rope so that I can have 2 loops as a backpack.
A goblin papoose.
Okay. Yeah, so you make a goblin papoose, and he's like 50 pounds maybe. He's like 65 pounds wet. So like it's really not an issue for Goblin. Like, he's definitely like all like bone and muscle, but he's not that heavy.
Cool.
So you just make a little goblin papoose.
Got
Carry
it.
him on your back.
I do want to attempt to make it so his face is pointing away from mine.
Okay,
So he's,
No bite.
you're wearing him
Yeah.
on your back, yeah? Yeah. So he's just like arms and hands and face just like out.
great.
Like
I'm
out.
done.
Exactly what I want.
While he's like that, I'm actually going. Is the other dead goblin wearing cloth of any kind?
Yeah, he's wearing the same kind of thing. It's like a pillow sack and
All right, I'm gonna
Leather
take my dagger
plates.
out, cut a strip of it off,
okay.
and then blindfold the goblin on Sona's back.
Okay.
And you could, because Sona's tiny. Actually, who's the shortest again? I know
It ain't me.
we
Probably
went
I'm
over
five-
this one.
I'm 5'7".
Probably you.
Okay.
I think I don't remember what
I think Cooper's the tallest.
Yeah,
Cooper is definitely the tallest. I'm
I'm
5'6".
I'm 5'8".
I am the
Yeah,
shortest of the
it's
party.
Sona.
It goes Cooper, Spruce, Reef, Sona.
I'm so tiny. I've never been the smallest in the party before.
It's like an inch.
It's
So-
all the shortest.
I was saying, there's 2 inches separating 3 of us.
So now you
think
have a
Cooper's-
goblin tied to your back and
A gagged,
Right.
blindfolded goblin tied to Sona's back.
yeah, it's super kinky. What would you like to do?
Guys, the mouth of the cave is over here. Head in, see what we can find.
Do we
Sir.
want to take a short rest?
Yes,
I would love
I
that.
would absolutely love that. So we'll short rest near the mouth of the cave.
I
Okay.
think that's a good end.
All right.
Where?
So-
Where's
So
So you all take a short rest.
I get my spells back. Yay! Thank you, Arcane Recovery.
Then my hit die.
where are hit die on D&D Beyond?
You have 1.
Yeah,
Spoiler
it's,
alert.
Where are they?
it's one. You have
Plus,
one,
there's a short rest button. Wow.
you have 1 hit die of whatever it is you roll for.
Take a short rest.
All right,
Yeah.
here we go.
Excellent.
And
All right.
+1.
An excellent adventure today, everyone.
Yes.
Next time you will explore the cave. Among
Oh,
other things.
we're wrapping for tonight.
I think that's a good spot because I don't want to go super late and it's already 7.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Just
All
gotta
right.
get ready for dinner.
Well, all right then. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us tonight. Thank you to the players for joining in. Thank you, Dungeon Master Janky, for a wonderful set of sessions.
Yes.
We will see all of you next time on Dragons for Every Dungeon, where we'll
Drive.
explore the Goblin's Cave. And
Drive.
hopefully Sona won't die 3 times.